For the first time in program history, the Queens women's lacrosse team is headed to the Final Four after winning the South Regional. We're here with head coach Clare Short. First, Clare, congratulations.
Thank you.
Second, 2-1 goal wins at the Regional versus top-seeded Tampa and Rollins, two very good Florida teams, perennial powers.
Yes.
How did your team pull out 2 victories by 1 goal?
Yeah, we actually haven't even been in that situation at all this year, so it was definitely something new for us. But we faced a lot of obstacles this whole season, so I think just another obstacle coming our way. We were overcoming that obstacle, and we were able to achieve it. And I think just at the end of the day, we wanted it just a little bit more. We were being strategic about it too. You know, we weren't going to go out without a plan, and everyone was buying into the plan, and I think it worked out in our favor.
The second game specifically, the regional championship versus Rollins, 13-13 into overtime because you came up with a stop on the final possession. What'd you tell your players before that stop?
So our plan was just to, be kind of cautious about what we were doing. Don't come out too hot. We wanted to, make sure that we were defending our goal. And I think just overall, they knew that they only had a few seconds left on the clock. So they played smarter and didn't go too crazy in their defensive end. And I think that's just how they got the stop. And thankfully, we were able to succeed after that.
And the celebration, you've been knocking on the door as a program for a couple of years, third NCAA tournament trip in 4 years. You break through, now you're headed to the Final Four. What was the celebration like?
A celebration was awesome, although I will say in overtime or in any game, the stick has to be checked after the goal. And our girls started running out, and we were like, wait, pull back. So it was a little hesitated right there, but other than that, it was phenomenal. I mean, just to see the smiles on the girls' faces and to finally get recognized in the South region and even in the nation. It's finally proven that we should have been in the top 25 to begin with. And obviously us continuing to, lead up into the top 10 and things like that, I think have now finally shown. And it's just an incredible feeling, and all the girls are so excited.
I notice your voice is still a little hoarse.
Yes, lots of screaming. I think it was the amplifiers in the stadium. It was just hard for me to hear and hard for the girls to hear me, so a little longer.
About starting the year unranked, you were coming off of a down year last year, still won a conference championship, but it wasn't quite the success of the previous 2 years. At what point did you know that this year's team was this talented and the best team in Queens history?
Honestly, it was from the very beginning. It's not like we had a completely different team last year. We still had all of our seniors this year were juniors on the field last year, but they just had kind of started their, trek last year, so they were new to the, to the starting lineup, new to the playing field. So having 1 year under their belt, whether it was good or bad, was going to give them a little bit more confidence. Starting in the fall, we knew we needed to have awesome leadership, so we had to name captains right away. And we knew that we were going to be having the same attacking end that we did last year, but now we just have confidence and had leadership and experience as well. And also adding Coach Kelly Hamilton has helped a lot on our attacking end as well.
You and I spoke last week about the gap. Yes, you were perennial conference champions 6 in a row. There's a gap between you and everyone else in the SAC. But there was that gap between Queens and the upper echelon teams nationally. Yeah. Gap closed or what?
Absolutely. If it's not, then something's wrong. No, I mean, we knew that it wasn't going to come easy for sure. We knew that we had to take it one step at a time, week by week, game by game. It was every single opponent was going to be a hard one, whether that was in our conference, in our region, or even out of our region. And every single time we wanted to win so that we could close that gap just a little bit tighter.
When you go to the final destination of an NCAA championship, there's a lot of other things off the field you have to worry about, banquets, media sessions. What is the biggest thing that maybe you're worried about the girls being able to handle, and that you're hoping to prepare them for that has nothing to do with playing lacrosse?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried. Yes, honestly, some of these girls have never even experienced the first round of NCAAs. Only my juniors and seniors have gone before, and no one on the team has ever been to a Final Four besides Coach Kelly and I. So hopefully we can help our experience a little bit. But I think our girls are just so excited that they only have 2 games left, and that's really all it is. And there shouldn't be any distractions. I think if anything that we do, banquets, community service, that can all kind of just help us in our experience and help us realize how grateful we are to be there.
Have you let yourself think at all about the weekend and what lifting that trophy could be like?
Yes, and it feels incredible. And to be honest, we just won a South championship this past weekend, but that's not enough. We won another championship this weekend.
All right. Well, the first one versus Westchester in the Final Four is this Friday at 3 o'clock up in Allendale, Michigan. Clare Short, head coach of the women's lacrosse team. Good luck and congratulations, Clare.
Thank you. Thank you.